Timestamp, September 24th, about 3:30 p.m. I haven't checked in a couple days. I apologize for that. I'm not sick or anything like that. It's been cuckoo. And symptom-wise, I feel fine. I'm still working on the quitting thing, trying so hard. I'm at like 1.5, 2 a day still. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get brutal with myself here pretty soon because I gotta quit. But yeah, I feel fine. I mean, physically. You know. Yeah, just been busy. Actually had a couple of shifts at work, which was nice. Not the work itself necessarily, although I kind of enjoy the zen of stocking. I know it's weird. It's that aspect of putting together like a 3D puzzle. My brain enjoys it to a degree. I'm weird, I know. Some of that pumpkin spice Aldi coffee. Yummy. Well, between work, sleep, which I'm looking forward to doing some of that here shortly, just because I haven't had. We get some very strange trucks in this neighborhood. I haven't had like a full 8 hours in a while. It's been mostly 5 hour, 6 hour, 4 hour. I'm pretty durable, but I'm tired. But boys have had doctor's appointments and stuff like that, so we've been running around and being mom and dad and all that, adulting stuff. Popped onto Facebook earlier today. And I shouldn't do this to myself, but I do it. It flagged that whole "you have memories" thing, and I clicked on it, and there were some people in the memories that are gone now, and some of it also had to do with the shop, which I still miss the hell out of. That was a good time life-wise. I enjoyed doing that. Wasn't necessarily bringing in the big bucks, but I enjoyed what I did every day, which was pretty cool. They say when you're doing what you love, it's not really work anymore. It's kind of the way it felt. Miss it. I don't know that. I think if I were to reopen any kind of brick and mortar anything at this point, it would probably be like a smaller theater. I don't know that I'd go back to doing a hobby shop. I enjoyed it, but it's really tough to make things work. And doing some research, apparently Diamond's not really, they don't have the monopoly that they did before, so that's good. And I'm happy for the shop owners that are still out there, because Diamond could be ruthless. I know. You're talking to the guy who can't have a bank account without them coming in like the robber barons. True story. But I'm not going to go back into that. That's in a previous... Look it up. I don't even remember when I know I told you about it, though. Still paying for it. But, yeah, no, there's, I don't even know if we're staying in Florida. After what happens with my parents, we may be taking care of business there and then skedaddling. I don't know. Pix is talking about Colorado because she says it'd be better for me from a breathing standpoint. I'm hoping I can keep it at bay in general, just because, quitting smoking and eating right and all that. Exercise, I definitely get exercise. I'm hoping I can stay active and healthy, and not, if I can keep it from progressing, then it won't be as big a deal. But yeah, she's looking at Colorado. She hates Florida at this point. Nothing but heat, hurricanes, and bad memories, you know. Can relate on the heat and the hurricanes. I mean, my family moved down here from PA when I was a kid, so Florida is most of what I know. The idea of leaving home is kind of hard, but, you know, sometimes you do. But yeah, between the Facebook memories that I was looking at today, which was rough, there were some good ones there. I don't want to, you know, pour mouth the whole thing and be like, oh, it sucked. There were some that made me smile. Some shenanigans that happened at the shop, and some good people, some good memories from my life. You know, Mr. Steiner and Peter and Alfie and Bear. Happy birthday, buddy. You know, some good stuff has happened along the way. Great stuff, really. You know, ran the shop for about 9 years, and I can honestly say one of the things that I loved about it was, and it's so weird because we didn't go into it with this idea, you know. It was just the economy's crappy, let's try this. But we realized a little bit into it that we were actually making a difference in people's lives. And I know that sounds so corny, but it's true, which is weird to me because we were a hobby shop. We did theater, improv, and we were making a difference in some people's lives. I mean, for some people, we were just where they bought their comic books and or played Magic or whatnot, and that's fine. But for some, we were, you know, somebody early on in the shop's history called it a sanctuary. You know, for a lot of people, we were a sanctuary. And it is weird to really consider a hobby shop that way, but, you know, if the alcoholics can have Cheers, I guess we could have that, right? A place where everybody knows your name. It's an 80s thing. If you're really, really young and have no idea what I'm talking about, Google it. It's fine. I'm not offended. At least one of my kids would have no idea what I was talking about there. And possibly two of them. Hard to say. The third, she'd know. She'd know what I was talking about. Now, the other thing that I'm having a hard time with is, as of today, both of my boys are in therapy. And it's, you know, a good thing. It's good for them. I mean, that's the whole purpose of it. But the last thing that I wanted with the choices I made last year the last thing I wanted to be a result of the choices I made, which I still think were the right choices, was to, a year and a half, 2 years later, understand that the shenanigans that went on, which weren't of the doing of Pix or me, and I'm fighting anger and bitterness about all of this, because I am. You know, if I fail as a dad because I failed as a dad, okay, I'll own it. But when I fail as a dad because other people that really shouldn't have broken their promises broke their promises, that makes a rough day for me, you know. If anyone is gonna make my kids need therapy, it's gonna be me. This wasn't me. Sorry it's put my boys into this place. That was not the intent, you know. It's funny. I mean, funny, not funny. The song, I don't think it's in the most recent incarnation of Jekyll and Hyde, but there is a song in one of the original. There's been like 14 different versions of the show. Apparently, when they wrote so much material. And this is Frank Wildhorn and Leslie Percuss. They wrote a show that could have been 10 hours long, and they took out, scenes they didn't think were as necessary, significant, and all that. And over the years, I saw it in '95. Over the years, they've like reinserted scenes and pulled other scenes back out, and so the evolution of the show has been cuckoo nutsy. But in the early incarnations, there's a song called "Once Upon a Dream," not the Disney one. And it's Jekyll basically lamenting the idea that when he went into this experiment, he was trying to help mankind, and that dream has been shattered. Everything went sideways. People got hurt that didn't need to get hurt, and it's a gut punch of a song. It's really good. It's not in the show anymore. I think it got taken out during the last revision, probably the right word. But yeah, I've got, because that's my show. I've got that song kind of playing in the back of my head. I can't shake it. Because I didn't turn into Hyde and kill people. But my actions helped some people, kept a couple people alive, frankly, that wouldn't be here. But the ripples in the pond hurt both my boys. That's a tough pill. I helped 2 family members and kind of hurt 4 others in doing so. Very Kobayashi Maru, I can't reprogram this one. Gotta play it as it was written. Which sucks. It really does. I know I'm clearing my throat a lot. It's not. That's like since I started talking about this and have gotten worked up. It's not a symptom thing, it's a stress thing. Because, subject matter hurts my heart. Some kind of like gnat going on there. I don't know, weird. Bugger off. And you. Yeah. So we have a hurricane possibly coming in. If you don't know that already, check the Weather Channel. probably notice it here in Hillsborough County Wednesday night, Thursday morning, depending on who's right and who's wrong. Hoping it doesn't come straight for us, because I don't know that my house can take that. That'll suck. Luckily, the insurance industry in Florida is so forgiving and workable. There's no problems there. Yeah, that was sarcasm. Yeah. I still feel like I'm getting that phone call any day now. My dad's supposed to go in for testing, according to Mom, at the end of the month, so we should be coming up on that. And that's going to be interesting to me just because, see, here's the thing. I know he has Alzheimer's. Pix knows he has Alzheimer's. My boys know he has Alzheimer's. I think, underneath it all, my mom knows he has Alzheimer's. But no amount of me telling her Dad has Alzheimer's seems to be getting through the amount of denial she's put on top of this. And I'm guessing it's denial. And I get it. They've been together almost 60 years. That's quite a habit at this point. The idea, the acknowledgement, the admission that, hey, my partner has real mental issues right now. That's a tough pill too. So I get it. And also, there comes a time when you have to be a little bit more pragmatic and say, yes, I love this person. And also, very improv, yes and, right? Yes, and they have issues and they have to be looked at more seriously. So, curious how this is going to play out. And I'm wondering how my dad's going to handle it, frankly, because there's a good chance he's going to have a medical professional look him in the eyes and say, you have dementia, you have Alzheimer's, you're in mid-stage. He didn't want to hear it when his son told him that. So, yeah. I don't know how this is going to play out. Hopefully, Mom remembered to make sure he didn't take his gun with him to the VA. He did that once and pretended, or maybe realistically said, oh, I forgot. He didn't get caught. He kept it in his pocket the whole time, but it's still a sobering thought that, oh, he took a gun to the VA. You're not supposed to do that. But hopefully he doesn't, freak out. Anyway. Fighting good. This is Brad Pitt finding out what's in the box. You can Google that one too if you want. It's fine. Anyway, I am going to have a little bit more coffee because it's brilliant, and I'm going to get some sleep. And I don't have to be anywhere until tomorrow afternoon when one of our boys has another doctor's appointment, because why wouldn't they? Yeah. Make it a great day.